sandwich of sex, we have beautiful pimp. Jacob, how's it going, man? Welcome back to the desk.
Thank you.
Isn't this a pretty desk? You know, it's like DreamHack Open desks are okay. They've got cool. Have you seen what you're playing for?
How do you feel about it?
Feel good, you know. Have a good game.
Okay.
So,
Confidence.
I mean, actually, you had the right.
Yeah, we've only got 1 point. But it's a long tournament, Alex.
It is.
There's lots of predictions to be made.
It is indeed. I mean, Immortals versus Fnatic is going to be a fun one for us to kind of try and dig our teeth. In fact, Brazilians are where I want to start this one. They are over in G, so let's check out that group, exactly what's happening. Now, this is the one that actually, when we talk about Yanko, talking about groups, said this is the group where there is a lot of questions about how this is going to play out. I mean, if you look at the teams themselves, you've got the consistent Frenchies and Envy would playing each other. And outside of that, you have Immortals beating Fnatic, both of which are looking a little bit.
Yeah, Fnatic looking pretty good with the new lineup. In the few games we saw them play at Pro League, you can see that they want to change their playstyle. They want to play more as a team. Immortals, we heard the rumors of the roster being pretty much in turmoil, players wanting to leave the organization. But again, in Pro League, they seem to be sticking with it. They even map off of SK in the American part of the league. And then you have two French teams, Envious on a great run of form, qualifying for multiple tournaments, New York, Mykonos, E-League as well. They've beaten G2 in the qualifier for. So G2 on the other side of things, right? The immense talent, firepower on the team, but really have struggled to find consistency in terms of being at the top of the board when the tournament is over. We only saw them at Pro League Season 5, basically one big tournament that they won. So they're definitely looking for more trophies.
Yeah, of course, on the other side of things, we have Brazilians, Immortals. You touched on them already. I think that's the first team I want to dive in. Your first initial kind of response to the fact that there was this suggestion that there was a bit of turmoil in the camp, because they do seem like brothers in arms. KNG joins the roster, and they seem to accelerate. We saw them succeed on numerous occasions. This team has done nothing but grow. Zach behind them now, more access to the same.
Yeah, without knowing like in the depth what actually happened, like it seemed like it was more them being happy with the Immortals organization than exactly the lineup, right? Built a bit by getting this new member and like maybe felt a little bit threatened, by the fact that there was a sixth member waiting in the wings, But as Yanko said, it's I feel like a Brazilian team, as you said as well, like they seem like brothers in arms when they play, right? And they walk around the event like they seem fun. And I think like had this been on one of my previous where we want now, that would been the test to the team. I feel like the Brazilian mentality Counter-Strike is strong in the sense like this, whereas would that have happened in Denmark, then I doubt that would have been.
They have been great.
It's like a League of Legends thing, right? From the Immortals organization adding in as the sixth player. That's the kind of thing in League of Legends. They have bigger rosters, right? They have deeper pools in that sense, and for it to cause that much drama and then for everything to get put back together in this case, and they're coming out and playing like nothing's happened. There has to be some underlying resentment,
you raised the same
right?
question.
Seized, and they just won 16-4. So maybe that's what they need to keep them on their toes. They did come second at the major. Them and Gambit, unpopular opinion. I don't see them ever having that level of success again. At least modern Counter-Strike in the current days with SK and Astralis, that kind of stuff. I think they had a great run. They played fantastically. They surprised everybody. Very difficult for them.
And I do think that that's a kind of a point to elaborate on. Some of the pile onto that. Immortals run at the major, taking second place. That second place trophy, Krakow Major, by these players on.
The biggest achievement that they've had was besting VP in a best-of-3 series, and I truly believe in that series they were the better team. They came super well prepared with the style of play. They completely outplayed VP. Was probably a little bit, afraid of losing. They were aware that they beat North. That was probably their toughest opponent on their side of the bracket. Now it's Immortals, and then it's grand finals against Gambit for a title in front of the home crowd. Maybe a little bit shaken from all of that, but unfortunately for Immortals, I agree. I don't think that's something that could help. I don't think they could have the performance like they did against VP, against multiple tier 1 teams over the course of the same tournament. Simply more time, and they need to improve in several aspects of the game to get to that.
A result from not only momentum but preparation. In Sweden. On the other side of things, Swedes. Yes, we have Fnatic, but things have changed. If I told you Fnatic would wave goodbye to Olofmeister and Dennis. I'll argue that their firepower, some of their real strength, has been taken away from them.
I could argue that for sure, and you know you have to agree with that sentiment that they've just lost their biggest names. You know, Dennis is the master. We always talk about him having there.
3 rounds.
And then Olof, as you know, across the board, one of the best players in the world, or that debate at least being there. Now they're gone from this team. They've added Golden, they've added Lekro, to not unknown names. Golden was in the Fnatic Academy team. Lekro's been hell that was godsent. Back now, once more. Players. I've seen it. Say is a better looking. Touched on this earlier. They are looking like a watch.
They've broken that kind of the Fnatic play our own game. Kyle Jacob getting kind of stuck in their ways of it's worked for us in the past. We're gonna run around. We're gonna play our own game. I think there's gonna be a navigation away.
Yeah, feels a very mature move by the Fnatic players and Fnatic organization. You know, they admitted that the Master and them as a unit didn't work out. You know, they tried it again after the Atlanta major. Gathered those 5 players together, and everyone was expecting this Fnatic to come back right away, and we never really saw from the DreamhackCS did. We talked about okay, Fnatic got bored, instantly stopped again. You know, so I think it's a very mature move from both players, the organization, to accept that might need a different approach to the game and bring in Lekro and go.
I still don't know where I stand on desk. Yanka, you are looking rather rugged, a rugged wolf on the end of the desk. What do you make of the Lekro discussion? Not only has it been thrown around amongst not that long since we actually saw his first performance. In fact, DreamHack Malmo, his first offline event.
Yes, I think it's very difficult to properly place him because of all the shuffles, and also because of the fact that he's like one of those players who can fit in any team. Because he doesn't have, it at least looks like it from the outside, that he doesn't have a very strong personality. You know, he's not going to get into arguments or conflicts with anyone on the team. He's just there, just doing his own thing, playing a bit of counter, you know, shooting some heads, you know, don't want to get into anyone's way, and he is very skilled mechanically. I think that's the main reason why everyone's... Yeah, he's gonna be quiet in his corner, get some kills, you know, not gonna bother anyone. Let's bring him into
Fnatic have the upper hand in the best maps, while you don't know what really to ban against this new Fnatic roster, because maps in did have some mix. So you can't really say, oh, this is the best map for Fnatic. This is what we move. Immortals are merely going to be their weakest maps. Fnatic can ban away what they consider.
Up on Cobble. That one, grab something very comfortable.
Especially with that double op setup, right? KNG and penetration on the side. Going for entry kill.
That word.
Opening tags. But what we did see during last week out of Fnatic was structure in the sense of, hey, they had a clear goal. They wanted to take over A-Long. They had a little place to take the territory. Took mid off of them. Once they had that map control, they'd go back, they'd be able to do fakes. They had executes in the bank. Just stuff we haven't seen from him in quite a long period of time.
I'm really thoroughly excited. This is going to be my first. I haven't managed to catch their on. Getting to see what Fnatic can do. There's going to be a new players makes a huge their gameplay, and you can see huddles are going down, and so brains together. Prediction time. Yanko, I know you've got a prediction locked in and 3 reasons.
Yes, I think Fnatic is going to win the game simply because you look at the way they change their playstyle, pretty much the way they're trying to adapt meta game. They're not that much focused on individual playstyle anymore. They're more playing together as a team. So that's my first reason. You can see that they are trying to change their playstyle, play more off of each other, don't go as much for individual plays, have more structure on the T side. When they want to make moves on the TT side, it's not just, hey, JW, Ivy, and get a kill. It's someone pop flashing him in, supporting him, and you love to see that when they play as a team. Number 2, asked about Immortals, the fact that they have some internal issues, perhaps a bit in turmoil, and seeing as how they are very emotional gods, even though they've tried to work on it. I'm afraid that if they start losing, it's just going to snowball in the way of Fnatic, and they're not be able to recover during the game. And third reason is Crims is back. Crims had some amazing games in Pro League. Yes, it's only online, but it's great to see him now with, you know, Olofmeister takes up a lot of space as the playmaker of the SJW is there, but perhaps this is the sign of things to come. Crims maybe having a bit more impact, perhaps even being aggressive in his playstyle. We've no passive player, a rock, so may be a sign that he have a bit more to do.
Certainly hope. Crims was a player that I think a lot of people kind of as a goal, as a kind of a target of a player to be. I see you nod. It has to be quick. Yanko, convincing you over there?
Not quite. As much as I reason with everything he's saying, I think Immortals that is actually breaking that momentum, breaking style of a team play. You know, talking from experience. NA, like especially on Cobblestone, they can be so annoying with the ops. You know, passive request have with the ops, especially A halls. Then now it's KNG. I feel like Fnatic is still an immature lineup in the way that this is new. They need to they need to try this more. This is after all the first lane for them. First thing and knock on Fnatic's door and they try to do. Gotta go for Immortals.
Crack the economy early though. A couple of. Daddy, what?
Fnatic. I'm sold. I got first class ticket. Hype train.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
straight away. Shoveling coal in already.
Yeah,
Gordon's
yeah.
convinced
I'm
you. Okay. And I guess I have to do this. I keep forgetting that this is.
Yeah, you're involved.
I'm gonna go ahead and join you because I have a little story.
Down. I've jotted you down.
Track me in. I'm going Fnatic.
Lovely.
Yeah, let's try and get three out of 3. That's fingers crossed. That is the name of the game. Now, they're not involved in our fantastic game, but they will be the voices of the one you're about to watch. Our casters are standing by. I'm going to once again introduce the beautiful Sadekist and Henry. They're looking Maggie. Gents.
Oh, hello. Yeah, I've got that fresh tan going on as well. Matt, you're looking a bit pale, I have to say, but hopefully you sort that out for the next event. Yeah.
I'll work on it.
Is there much sun in Canada?
I'm gonna ignore that question. My igloo is actually transparent, so I think there's quite a bit of it. So I'm based on the light that's been inside.
Now, gents, just it has to be quick, but I am interested. Is there anybody flying the Immortal flag on that side of the desks?
I actually am. I think I will. I am a big fan of the double orb setup. Usually on Cobblestone I'm not, but I think this team actually does it pretty nicely. I think it's quite impressive, and I think they're going to do this well. I don't think Fnatic are necessarily ready right now. We've seen them in Pro League and stuff like that, but I feel like Immortals will be kind of walking away with this one. I feel like
He's going big on that one.
Well,
He's with Pimp. All right, I'm gonna join up. We'll go 3-3. We'll split it.
I like it. I appreciate that, Matt. Well, the big question is, do they win a pistol without Mr. Dennis? We'll find out because it sounds like it's time for you guys to do your.
That is a good point, actually. A big contribution when you consider how much Dennis used to do with the USP, specifically the silenced USP. I guess that goes without saying in this game. It's not 1.6. It's not like people run it unsilenced every now and then. But specifically the silenced one, in case you're wondering. Look, it's
been
true.
a while.
He's I like this. I enjoy this. Yeah. Argue it's one round, and even if he was useless after that, it's still a very substantial round.
no, there's landscape of Counter-Strike in general, but I have been watching Fnatic a lot. I have to say, Necro's looking sharp. Crims seems to have some sort of surgeons right now. He's looking incredibly good at this point, so that's going to be interesting to watch as well. JW, Orp is back, Matt. It's aggressive and it's audacious. I'm liking it. So I'm sure he can go toe-to-toe with the likes of KNG and Henny today. And there's Golden as well. He is tiny, by the way. I saw him earlier. He's a very small one. So I like
cute
that.
one.
Yeah, he's got a nice face, but he's quite a small person. Just wanted to, I didn't recognize him, so him step up from Fnatic Academy.
So I was wondering if this is sort of like a Toro Rosso Red Bull issue, where eventually, after not signing drivers, they get called out and like having two teams where you say that one is talent, or is it actually just talent and can't promote themselves and actually hindering their career?
Yeah,
I wonder if this is like, okay, let's take someone from the academy team, and then if Golden fails, then they can be like, that's why we did it before.
sure. But he's the in-game leader, and so far, the headline I've taken from Fnatic so far is the most structured I've seen in a couple of years, I reckon. Like, no, the firepower might have been dropped off a little bit, I guess, with Roger Dennis and Olaf Meister, but still, structured, it seems to be nice. They've got a great hybrid of set pieces and defaults and fast play. Here against Immortals, I do think this is Immortals' best map, and we'll see whether they can step up here today as well. They're on the CT side. Steel's got the diffuse gear and the smoke to work with here, and it will be a B-sided play as the boost comes in from KNG. He gets the first frag and a second as well. Surely he doesn't survive, but Lucas with the third frag, and the bomb has been dropped.
Golden able to do anything. In fact, I was going to say, it was just starting to build into that, and he came in and got head torn off by Lucas, and then Steel followed up, so that's them down. I was going to say he's going to have to try and work hard to out the nothing. Going to 2 9s immediately. Steel and bolt those up. They'll be in SMG, keep in mind, I want to bring this up as well, yeah, and they're going to do it right now. Immortals ran 5 SMGs on Cobblestone frequently on the CT side after winning the pistol during the major, and it worked for them. I often think that this is a map that has so much space, you'd want to get at least one rifle, but they seem to enjoy getting close and comfy with
it. Pains me to watch it. Yeah, sure, you're right, it does normally work, but it's so scary for me at least. You want to have the Famis's, maybe a couple of M4s, just to hold like Chicken Coop and places like that, and holding mid-ramp, it's a little bit up and down. I feel like going toe-to-toe like CZ Tech 9s, like, changes you right. So UMP's steel and bolts with the lesser SMGs to work with there, the MP9s.
This is what they do. They just get aggressive, like hyper-aggressive with the SMGs to make it work. They close the distance. They've got KNG out toward down below. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but it seems to fit their style.
Fnatic, force by coming in across the board as well. EW, the AWPer, he's got the head armor and well, so if he doesn't at least get the bomb down this round, the AWPer on control on the Fnatic boys, Flasher and Golden, danger as well. Drop down, this will be an A split. Oh, still watching the window here. Like a hawk with that MP9 in hand. 1 kill, drop back, that'd be lovely. Get it though, Crim takes him down.
Feel indeed. Try and push back in and take overdrop. This is where things get problematic because SMGs early. They're in a world of trouble on rotations as well with the SMGs. Good shot, Lecro. Couldn't do anything against the armor. The MP9, it put so many bullets in, but they just got absorbed. Henny, enough damage for him to contribute and follow up, but he goes over commitment onto Crims. That puts him down because then Crims is able to walk back out. Lucas, it's all down to KNG. OHP should favor him, and he's going to find one in the open, nearly them both wind up spots, and follows through, but just barely. They lose 4 in doing so.
Fighting, didn't it? Well, the bomb gets planted, and a few kills obtained as well. So I feel like that's fine for Fnatic, and was probably having a sigh of relief there, considering it came right down to the 2 versus 1 against them there. KNG, latest signing for Immortals, taking things off there. What brilliant shots from Crims with that CZ. Fantastic work, bomb planted. I'll find the round. They'll take a go here, but should be fine on the first gun right now on the T side. The plans coming through, and now AWPer for Henny, still the main AWPer. If you remember back to the early stages of the major as well, KNG did look much better on the AWP. Yeah, he looked amazing, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And he
when that rumor that they were picking up, so and so from Kick, can't remember the name. Someone, it's eluding me right now. But anyway, that they were going to bring him into the roster only to flip him and then get him back in the North American scene. I thought, please tell me this doesn't mean that you're not committed to the KNG deal, because remember at the major, it wasn't a long commitment that he was on the team. Sure. Thankfully, the tactical thing within the organization, business side of things.
Sticko and joining the server.
You know what,
boys?
Sports, come on, boys. This. No, why not? Let's have 3 teams. 3's a crowd.
Well, it looks like they have left. Fine, it's gonna be Lucas with the shot there. Takes down Crims. AW low HP as well.
Gotta love that. Literally knowing that the other's on the other side of the doorway, peek back and forth, and then get shot down from a side party. We left. Thankfully, no one joined a team. Factors. Lucas on the M4 will back away, thankfully bringing out rifles this time. Henny, obviously, as mentioned as well, AWP. Does still have the MP9, but good luck. Everyone's got armor. We saw what that can do in the last round and how ineffective. I'm really against it.
Side here. Objective for Immortals, of course. Should win the round, hands down, but keep as many players alive as they possibly can, especially that 8 as well. Lucas, get another frag on Golden. So, not much
KNG.
We can do the KNG with a lovely shot there with the Deagle, you're right. 10 seconds remaining, they plant this round, but still plenty of cash for Fnatic. I don't think they'll get the AW out, but mission rifler as well. We do have some saved SMGs here for the CT side. On double up straight away. All right, that's aggressive. Chris J's joining as well. Guys, please.
They just want to be a part of the party, okay, Henry? They're social creatures by nature.
He's joined Spectator slot as well, but KNG, he doesn't want to watch at all. He wants to be part of the action. He's going to take down Crims, and he gets that aggressive pick through the doors there. Crims jumping over towards long A, and it's a 5-on-4. The double AWP set up working out quite nicely here.
JW trying to use the smoke beside the boxes to get a gap. Does spot at least one player. Henny going toward the chicken coop. Minimal damage. The nade will put him on to 59, but that's still plenty considering he's on an AWP. Of 2, you mentioned, they'll run that consistently on this map. By the way, when someone else does join your game, when you're in the zone and the other 9 players, I guess, teammates in the server and someone else joins, I always found that very distracting.
Yeah.
Because it was like a break of the fourth wall to me. It was like telling me that I'm not doing something real, like I'm not in a real world, they're just joining my game. Don't ask me why, it's a weird thing, but it does break my concentration. Henny, take down JW.
Yeah, he's still in the zone, it seems. 5-on-3 now, both the Orbs finding these early kills. Fnatic with Necro and Flusher still alive, 2 of the key fraggers, of course. Necro, he seems to be in great form as well at the moment. Flusher finds a frag, but KNG keeps on adding to his total with that AWP. Finds 3 now, and it's going to be Golden, the last player remaining. 17 points of health. Surely he goes down here. The headshot narrowly missed, but bolts to finish things off. 4-0 Immortals. I was questioning that early investment with the double AWP. Can't argue with the results. 4-0, and now for Fnatic. This is what I kind of expected at this point. It seems like Fnatic, they've been doing okay in Pro League. They've had like some good results and some well, but it feels like their first LAN, different environment on their own PC. Golden Chap has come to this level of Counter-Strike. Academy team hasn't played at this level before, and we'll be able to hold his nerve. But of course, Jumpy can help with calling aspects. That'll give him a bit of a crutch to work with there. But I don't think this.
Ooh, good. KNG catches Crims. Thought he might actually get buys. Pull the trigger at first, but not. He takes down Golden as well. Caught out between the APCs. Got to get back further. Can't do it. Second off of Henny. It works perfectly, in fact, as the third player jumps directly into the barrel of his gun. Might as well just had a bayonet on the end of it.
Yeah, pretty much did. 5-0 Immortal. Great here on Cobblestone. Best of 1 GSL format. I guess for an underdog game, it's always been said that the Swiss format only lends itself towards the lesser teams. You know, obviously, you have 3 lives, and every time you lose the game, you move to opponent and stuff like that. But it's a bit rough, this format. Likes of Boots, for example, and maybe this team Fnatic, their first showing, like if you one map, then you've only got 1 left to really stay alive in. That's still, when you get these tournaments, you do have those best of 1 victories. KNG now progressive this time. Henny is towards long A. By himself. Time KNG at the back of B. So positions. Golden. Electro and Flush. Bomb still down. B halls.
B halls, that's true. Might be a cozy apartment. There's a little loft above the drop room. Might be able to get a bed up there.
Henny. He's not sleeping, Matt. He's finding frags.
Wow. These days. Gaming hours, I like to call it. 1 hour of sleep. 1 hour of drinking Soylent. 10 cans of Monster Energy and game all day.
Go. The lifestyle.
No, definitely not. Am I logged in? Starts back inside of the drop room, back out toward E-Box so we can peek inside of the B site. Lecro, he'll evaluate A. Not alone in doing it. Bomb is actually closer to him at the bottom of mid than it is to the other side of the map, so Crim's going to play Lurk. Gets bolts inside a connector. That'll pull rotations as well. Steel's not going to go back anywhere, but KNG cannot get closer to where Lucas and Steel reside. Lucas having already gone down. Good follow-up. GW and Fnatic. Yeah, definitely going to get their first round. I just check to see the bomb is down. It was 6 seconds to plant it, and KNG's already running with the AWP.
KNG can't really do much about this. The money's not actually that fantastic for Immortals generally. They've kept like 3 players alive, but obviously double orb setup, generally speaking, expensive by stuff. They'll have another one available. 5-1 in terms of how 3 players will survive for them. AW saving the AWP. We can have a factor with that. We have had aggressive play from the side. Middle, their platform as well. Henny, it's definitely got a formidable duos. Major getting to the grand final. Do you think we'll ever see them replicate that sort of form?
I don't know about ever is a strong way to.
Their first ever major.
Yeah, okay. So I won't say they'll never do it again. Maybe not at a major. I don't think they'll do it at a major. Okay, odds are against them. They might make it to a final and have a good run at another event. We knew Katowice is a strong suit for them usually. I'm not going to say no, but the likeliness is pretty slim.
Crazy. Major that wasn't.
What do you think of the Fnatic jersey event?
Swedish one's kind of similar vein to what SK had in Brazil.
In Brazil, yeah. Great concept.
Yeah, I like it. Got a few of those right here.
Love to see some yellow in it, but...
Now, WAWP comes out for the first time. The platform for gap on that screen. Walks into the crosshair. Yeah, that's more of an aggressive smoke. Flash over and try and take control of the upper platform. Henny with another wonderful shot there. This time towards the drop down. 5 on 4. That was very nicely done. Back in this whole.
Flash himself out from drop room. AK in hand will peek over toward no one on the inside. Long, no one there either, so Fnatic sitting well back. Remember, 5-1, this is reset territory, and having already lost Crims, it's definitely something they have to think about, so they'll be very, very careful on their execution, planning, and tactics of the round. 35 seconds. So when they go, they'll go with speed. They've got to get Lucas down early. SMG up close, wreak havoc, but find him first. At least trade, KNG with the op. Actually going to be backed off the ward. Oh, balcony, that's the problem. Okay, so traded out, but KNG already hit JW beforehand. The situation doesn't really get any better because they can't cross over. They don't have the manpower to do it. Reset definitely going to be a factor. 10 seconds, no plant coming in a 4-1 situation. And if he tries and attempts, they'll wrap around. Down he goes.
Setup, once again, completely ravishes Fnatic. 3 kills for KNG. Matt, he finds himself with 16 kills, 3 deaths after 7 rounds. That's unbelievable. Looking quite under control there as well, very calm. Yeah, time and time again. Has to be the force buy from Fnatic and completely reset there. 6-1 overall. DZs and 1 AK. Hands of Lecro. Fraggers for Fnatic, but didn't really have head armor to work with. It makes the M4s, the SMGs a lot more powerful. 2 of those available here. Damage through the smoke, but it is going to be Crims with the CZ to take down Lucas. An advantage. A lot of work to do there. Really gained and down the U. Kill now. Platform. Still that strong. And he coop.
Behind the box. Annie all the way back out. Where the chicken coop will be able to play off of him, but only once they get inside of the site. So Steel, I can't imagine peeks too aggressively. The smoke to dissolve, obviously, but then I get a late peek for him and play it off of the. They don't have any information over to A. The fact that they're leading off of A. Gone to the arch instead behind that smoke for dissolve. Don't peek. Seems to fully inclined to believe that it is going to be on this side of the map. So stay put, let them walk in, try and do what you can late, and then Henny, with him playing toward arch, will have an even better chance to catch them off in a crossfire. Window, they want to go back and they'll catch off bolts. Golden with the call and Golden with the opening kill. JW follows up. Golden's got the M4. Down goes Henny. The set for long entrance doesn't have any answer when they come back through the wooden door at mid. KNG does find flush up. Bomb has gone down. It's a 1 versus 5 for KNG against pistols.
Unbelievable that Fnatic have such a clean run of the round here. They were in a 5-4, go towards B, a flashbang towards the connector, and it seems that's the one place Immortals weren't watching. Immortals rotates in through that connector door, taken down, and then it all falls apart for the Immortals side. That could be their money done for as well. KNG saves the AWP, they'll probably be fine as he makes his way down the mid ramp here with itself, but Fnatic back in this game now. Round for them to pick up, they would have certainly been into the next round if they didn't win that with the pistols and the 1 AK. This is certainly looking good now. They've managed to recover AWP. And an M4 for Golden as well as you find 2 frags. New addition to Fnatic, in-game leader, formerly of Academy. That'd be quite a stressful role, I think, from coming through. Big boost to Phil as well, over from Dennis and Olofmeister. Never played in a team this caliber before. Performing so far, 17 kills a Kane. Fight comes through. 7, DZ, UMP, and 4.
Ready to roll. Deep. Vision much closer on the back of that flash as he's good. Confined position of the site. That brings bolts closer though. Does just dead, but they've changed accordingly, and he can at least cover off the angle. Damage from the nade. Second tenure. Second time with Fnatic.
It feels like more, but when he's bouncing between Fnatic. Only the second time.
It is. Last year, Malmo, he was on Godsent. That was his big breakout. If you ask me, at least, I think that was the turn. I was first time impressed.
If I asked you if he's done anything, then
not as much, but he's done enough to be consistent. Which you know, he's stable. I don't know that he has the star potential we saw that tournament to be an everyday thing, but he could definitely be a good teammate.
Yeah, I agree. 4-3. Immortals are making something happen here with the lesser weaponry. CZ's max 7s, and there's the CZ striking, takes down Lekro, but back and forth round here, 30 seconds to go. It's Crims. We said he's in good form right now, but can't take down the max 7 of Henny. It's up to JW, who takes Henny with the HE grenade. Now Lucas, the 1v1. But on top, should be JW, but he's got out of position. The frag happened though, no doubt pretty inflicted either.
But crucially, he knows now he's got distance, so he pulled the op before crossing back over, got a little bit early. Walking out with the AK and goes for another reload after he's already peeked. Out going behind the pillar. A bit of a questionable decision by JW, and Lucas is able to go 7-2. Immortals getting the round. Another one where they were back rope for money. It's going to now be an even buy. Both teams will be in on this, but they'll both be at break point, essentially.
Cleaners are clutches, but come out on top. Fnatic know the money's very low on bank accounts, so as you can see what's going on now, everyone's all in. Immortals certainly with a little bit more firepower here. 2 rifles for Fnatic. These Eds and Tech9s to work here as well. They won this round previously, so no reason why they can't do it again. Fnatic, they get this one on the board. Should be fine to be able to get back into the certainly available. But finds the final commitment to it seems.
Lekro. And he shot back, but can't actually land it. GW gets the better of him on the AK. Watch for steal, though. Bomb down inside of the site, inside of the statue. 1 HP for Crims. Round going to Immortals. This, as I mentioned as well, was a battle for economic stability. And Immortals will take full control of that by keeping 4 players alive and breaking Fnatic.
Yeah, now for a couple of rounds, $2,000 per player. They get, I guess they get 2,400 if they go, and they'll have enough for AKs. So 4's coming in here. Timeouts for Fnatic. $1,000 per player. Single dollar into this one, not really worth it. Maybe that's how it's and only 20. That keep flush up, jumping behind them.
Now I'm looking very pleased right now.
It's nothing really to be positive about at this.
Well, just smile. They're in nice blue jerseys.
They are in nice jerseys, I'll give you that. Kind of spurs them on. Immortals. A lot of rumors surrounding them. I'm not sure about that, but stuff on Reddit about them questing to leave and trying to mix the lineup up, and it seemed like there's some turmoil.
Didn't actually catch that.
No.
That's quite surprising considering they just had their best tournament ever.
It was. I think it was all speculation there, but it's.
I could see them maybe getting a bit ahead. Oh, look at KG's push. That's going to cost an AK. Flush has spotted his head a little bit early. A little jealous. I could see them maybe thinking that perhaps they're okay. Well, listen, you guys are going to get action when I want to talk and make a point. I'll just talk about your game, all right?
Yeah.
It's not like I'm paid to do that. Deal good hold inside a connector. Flusha gets Lucas back with the AK.
Bit of a mess. How has this happened? No armor. Nothing really invested around. Just the reckless aggression from the season wasn't required.
Would be the second anti-eco they would lose in the game.
Grown JW. AK in 74, but here we go. That should be able to get them back into it now. JW drops. Rifles in their hands though, Fnatic. Worker as well. Work together. The problem. Flush is throwing a smoke from middle. The old NIP smoke Oh,
That's toward top connect. Does that's quite well thrown then. That's quite nifty
so
indeed.
they'll throw that and perfect actually. But goes towards B.
That's a work, Lekro. Never mind this smoke. Finds a gap that finds Henny's head as he walks into the site for the B platform. Bomb to go down, Lekro to plant. They only have 15 HP, but Flusha has 74. Go against just Steel. Picked up Incendiary. Has a kit in hand. So as well, because time ticking as he enters into the site. It has been for a while. Closer and closer. Should find the first kill easily enough on Lekro. Standard formation would be that he's at long and jumps up. I think he's got the time.
Definitely does. That's lovely from Steel. Great awareness as well. Eradicating risk with that drop incendiary on the steps. He knows that area is clear. Look towards the bomb site. Finds a low HP player. It's almost certain that the remaining terrorist will be towards that upper platform. Somehow out-jewels him there as well. The fact he has to jump up and then find the shot, that's pretty wonderful. Thought, okay, he'll get that kill. No chance. Second one. I think it was Flusha who's just tucked deep in towards that upper platform position. You think he gets that kill for days, but meant to be. Double upset comes out once again for Immortals. 9-2. Fnatic potential to win that eco round, but denied at the last hurdle.
Back to my point, it might be something in it that they were going to perhaps request a little more for salary or whatnot based on their success. Possible. I wouldn't say getting ahead of themselves, maybe actually their worth. I'm not sure how you want to phrase that.
From what I remember, they requested
but I could see that.
A shuffle. They wanted a shuffle in the lineup, I think, and then denied by the organization, obviously, contract. That's what I remember.
That would be surprising.
Yeah,
but
it was something along those lines. It basically, headline is there was turmoil.
I know they weren't pleased about the pick. Anyway,
we seem like we've.
Tis what it. Yeah, we're definitely versed. Vacation.
Rough buy for Fnatic. No ops for them and hold down to 40 HP. Smokes. JW no utility whatsoever. Lekro just a flashbang, but JW doesn't care. He gets the first kill and Crims with the second as well. They're limited, but they're still hitting shots here. Left, right, and center. JW with the third. Now a 5-on-2.
Backs. An angle by which they have to commit to the window to catch him. He won't be visible to the top of mid. Yeah, below the spot from Lekro. He does just enough Crims to keep busy and occupied. KNG. 5. Fnatic fighting back in valiantly when they're given an opportunity to do so, but 9-3, they pretty much have to win, I'd say, at least 5 rounds. T-side, you want a lot more than that, but at least 5 to give themselves a chance. The way things have... Double up setup is always solid for Immortals. Not from JW. It's Fnatic without Olaf. First time we've seen this. Does it feel a little weird to you?
It's definitely odd. The full Fnatic team. But like I said, Pro League, what we've seen online, they've looked very structured and still golden, been fragging level. Same story for Lekro as well. Too hindered by it, but I reckon they're back into this game now. Forced by from Immortals in with the pistols armor. Flashbangs here, but big, very fast towards middle. Off towards connector. Double Molotov the murder hole. Should have a clean run of the bombs.
Run. Straight in. Flush up. Hit the straight royal flusha. Is that your clean run? Is that a thing? I'll leave the poker joke. I don't really know the game that well. Let me study that one, get back to you tomorrow. Bolts forced out of position. At his feet. Back off altogether. He has head armor. Eagle. Head armor. Yeah, why not?
Fnatic there. Knowing they would be up against Immortals armor, and that could be to get back into the win this round. 4 players surviving as well. Nice basic approach towards the A site. Double Molotov towards murder hole. Go towards connector. Stays a 5-man unit. Frag absolutely everything. Holding with 2 there. 9-4 has to be last round for Immortals. So very likely to be potentially 9-6. I would say 10-5. Last round, but go here. Does save the D head armor. This is the skill. The head armor when you take on headshots, simply spark and the thing will come. know they fought. 5-man stack towards the B1 time. Very unlikely to get done here. Thunder from Fnatic. 5-man crossfire setup.
Get a lot. Take it back. I was going to say, luck, look at that hole in the wall. It's actually going to sit and play off of the man. He's boosted above. Fnatic on the brink of getting their 5 round. Jacob could be working close to trophy. Fiction. Rest if off. Well, aside from us.
Like our own
That's
trophy.
why it's not fair if we were entered. Yeah, exactly. They'd have, first off, I don't want a trophy that dabs, and second off, fair to the rest of them if we were.
Fnatic almost certainly win the methodical pace in the moment. Remaining, getting that long A and danger control once again. That will be Flusher and Golden. Quite careful with him. Golden doesn't need it right now. Refrag potential. Luckily, against him. Flusher will come and deal with it. Care of the bullies. Second frag.
Golden.
Then he's small.
I haven't met him yet. In the flesh. Does look next to his day. Like rotate down bolt onto Henny, so Fnatic get late despite having a chance to break the economy much sooner and ultimately winning out the half if they'd done so, or at least debatably winning out the half if they'd done so. Finally getting some momentum. It goes 9-5 as we head into round 15. The last of the half, buy all you can, and all you can on the Immortals side is no AWP, a fraction of utility, and no kits.
You're right. Deal for the Immortals side. Bit of a crutch for them, generally speaking. NG. Time will be Golden and at the very start. I thought JW fancied it, but Bolts, he's aware. Here's the footsteps, sprays him down. Look, common to throw a flashbang towards the upper platform and spray down that straight line of the left-hand wall, because that's naturally, if your flash is the side, you just try and hug a wall. You try and get into cover. And players. But for now, nice to pick that. 4. Bye here for now. Age required, and same story. Left there. No kits against these AKs. Now, Mo. Back towards the sides. Fnatic presumably get that mid control once again, push them back at long A. Getting towards danger, drop the full execution site and trade out frags. This up.
Top of the wall.
Good for only one frag and dropping down. You very rarely see that.
Smoke makes it kind of interesting. Oh yeah, it's Golden. Because Golden, the only place you can look through that smoke is up there, so you've almost tunneled the vision for him. There's only one way he can peek. He peeks directly toward you. That doesn't make any sense to me. Lucas now sits front side stable, has to swing perfectly, but Lekro is there instead. As Steel gets Golden back, he was more aggressive to find Flusha as well over the top of the hood. He's taken down Lekro for good, at least for the half. Round 15, it's all down to a 1 versus 3 on Steel's good doing. And Crims is the last alive, found by Steel yet again through the wall. Perfect round for him. 10-5 for Immortals at half.
Double digits for the Brazilian side. Very comfortable with the early stages there. Together towards the end. 3 in a row. And still not happy with it. Certainly still a T-sided map, so I'm also definitely with quite the advantage here. Still, nice round to finish things off there. The 3K dancing around the APC truck. And about it. Oh, I have to say from Steel. Oh, the double orb looked very deadly. But Fnatic able to win a couple of ecos there. Meant they could actually shut down the economy of them. Make things at least proper.
10-5. CT side, Immortals continue to be a great cobblestone team, and more so with CT side.
The things I've always said, I think they're amazing on the team. Their CT side's always been quite average. It's they go onto the T sides when they're super fast and the AKs come out and that crazy aim, really.
Exactly. Yeah, the double up it worked for them, but yeah, to have 10 rounds CT side means they're in a perfect. So. Oh, cool. One to lead the way. See what comes up with pistol round, all important, therefore. Silence you.
Of course, specifically. A buy. One Molotov, one smoke. Decoys in there for good measure. Rims with a diffuse gun on the CT side. Now it looks like the A split. Henny towards the A. There's a drop down as well. Common strategy, but JW the room. Well. Is that a sound key perhaps? Maybe something going towards. One minute mark, and then presence to rotation perhaps.
Down through the drop, one to watch window, all the full rotations. Fit to going any further than that though. Bolt still join in, confirmed they're at least there. Electro's gone backwards. He's working his way out of the site on the platform, hoping to buy time for rotations, but Henny's going to get him first. And now they'll hold off the choke point. Bolt's left alone to his own devices, and it's not much to work with at all because Golden, able to spot him, will work toward the E-box, but a Molotov separate he from Crims. And time from their favor because it's going to lock them out just long enough, but Lucas overconsiders it. Directly into a slaughter that allows Flusha through the door. So now they've got time to work with. Now they've got room to wiggle. They find Steel as well. They argue if Lucas didn't push through, they might not have had the confidence to take the, at least with that speed, to go for the retake.
You're always having a huge advantage on the C side, making the CD. You start pushing them like that, that's when you give them opportunities to find frags. You should be like setting up that triangle and managing, have crossfires and be comfortable there. I want to get frags here. Bolt's going down first, and this is a frag that really changed the landscape of the round. Lucas didn't have to bring out the AKs in the third, but a much needed there from Fnatic. What a nice approach there. Henny showing presence towards A, dropping a smoker connector, and flashbang as well. Actually forced a rotation. There's only one player in the form of Lecro waiting the B site. Him down, bomb planted. Should be a round victory, but now Fnatic come out on top. Bomb does go down, and now Flusha opening forward towards A. And down KNG. But Immortals know every kill they get can be valuable going forward. Right, next round.
Very. They're loud. I shot a few with Anders and Gilroy Sensation. W sitting archway directly in. No one else out of the site at all, though, so he's got to be somewhat cautious. They go, they swing, they try and act quickly. He'll spray down Lucas. That ain't significant damage enough so that he doesn't even want to repeat to give away a gun. Like Crow gets the kill instead. Back within 3, but like you say, it's all about the AK.
Indeed. 5 players survive for Fnatic. Be nice. Golden. But ideal against the rifles. Right now. 10-7. Already in the second half. Players towards B for now. Team Henny by himself to the middle. Indeed it is. He'll be spraying through the doors there. Crims actually takes a dink through them. Goes under 54.
W shot all the way down the hallway. Tags Lucas onto 13. Smokes will land. Well, but the KG's already inside of them. The AK finding 2. Lucas helping on the first. Golden's in position on an MP9 of all weapons to get a headshot. Gonna have to look for another one as well because again, armor not a factor, or rather is a factor against that gun. Now that he's picked up the M4. Ahead of my words slightly. Back over to A instead. No one directly inside of the site yet, but Fnatic is a possibility based on time. So Golden and Crims work their way over. Smoke will confirm that is indeed where they are going, but they will not peek. Not yet.
Now for the CTs. 1 kit, an incendiary as well. 3 kills to find, getting out of that connector. The good news is, Immortals have no smokes or further utility to hold them at bay, so we'll be able to get out at least. I'm ticking away and finding something here.
Lands top of the out on the side. It won't go all the way over it, so therefore Henny can stay where he is. Stay where he is and get caught. That puts pressure now on the two remaining Immortals players because they backed around at different angles. But they can just see the wide plant. It's just open enough. The head from Golden standing high above the wall is in the open, and Bolt is able to use it to his advantage and take it off with the AK. It's 11-7. Pick up the round on the AK is an important one at that because losing that would be win 2 and Fnatic with money.
On to situation there. Fnatic will job to at least take down all of the Immortal players. There's the frags from ANG to give them a good footing in round number 18. Here we go, the force buy from Fnatic now. Max 7s, UMPs are famous as well. They might as well force buy into this map, considering they know Immortals money is so low as well. If they can win this round, however unlikely it is, they're right back into it and they force Immortals to a double eco. Definitely worth the risk. Go towards the B side. Seems like a fast commitment here. All 5 players for the Immortal side trying to find this first pick, but it looks a little bit problematic. No one really stepping up as of yet, but JW and Lekro certainly are. Still chimes back in with KNG as well. They'll find the 3 frags, but Crim's keeping the dream alive.
And alive by getting KNG, and now they have the advantage with the HP as well. Bombs in position to be planted, but not exactly safe in doing so. Steel, considering the fact that they may have walked up the alley. If not, they're dead. Flusha goes up. We enter from long. No one's in that position. We'll get up close to the boxes at very least. Okay, I'm not sure they fancy this. It looked like they were going to go all the way back, but Flusha stayed walking. That takes him to get around the half wall. Doesn't make any noise. Has fired down toward the stairwell now.
Exactly where he is. It's a bit of a smoke as well. They could smoke him out if required, but still, he finds Crim and presumably the round as well. Like we said, they know exactly where Flusha is.
Oh!
What have they done?
But they walk out directly into it. Yeah, they knew where he was.
He had no kit either.
They've just gifted it to him.
Right, he's still... Oh no, he doesn't.
Oh, he doesn't.
So even if he gets gifted the kills like that, he still doesn't win. That's nuts.
Unbelievable.
That was like, well, okay. No harm, no foul.
I think the consideration was that he may have gone. Yes, they heard him, but like he may have gone back to drop. So the second player went around behind, and it was that exact moment he peeks. Watch, because it looks like he's going into the box. Yeah, I think he was going to the box. Hard to tell from that, even there.
A blunder, but they were ruined for the save. Back shots in there as well, but they still believe it.
I'm never going to believe in that meme.
I don't even think it's a meme.
You're trying to force it in there. Hang on. I think I saw a crowbar under here somewhere.
We're gonna need it.
No, well, actually, sorry, that's not a crowbar. That's something else. But we have a timeout for Fnatic. I will say we haven't seen as many timeouts used today, and I'm wondering if that is because the coaches have more a chance to talk. They don't feel they're as essential to bring the coach in anymore.
I think you're only using now, obviously, much a tactical thing, just to calm down where arguments begin and you start to get frustrated.
I'm wondering though, is it too much to have the 4 timeouts still, while also having the coaches talking freeze time?
Yeah, maybe we went back to 1 pause and a half at that point.
1.5 would be okay.
Yeah, and then...
Or even 3, just knock it down by 1. I'm just wondering if that becomes something.
Well, Fnatic with the force buy here. See, they're unraveling. CZ's 5-7s, but JW gets the first frag. Immortals seem pretty poor today at holding off these anti-ecos. There's no refrag. When is that happening? It's just horrible. They don't need to rush towards B side. They know the money's poor and it's going down 1 by 1. And fair play to Fnatic. They're hitting the shots, but way too easy for them. Really can't believe their luck here. W. Lekro goes down. It's going to be KNG with the frag, but just a poor anti-eco approach here. There's no need for that. Run the defaults, work out what kind of weaponry they have. Take them down together in execution. Don't just walk right. Just walk into a full stack, and that's just really sloppy play. Lost a few of these rounds. We've all been force buying themselves with heads. Tech 9s, Deagles, smoke and 2 flashbangs. Careful on those.
It goes quick. Certainly a game with the scoreline and the money as it is. Fearless brings us back into the equation. Fnatic. JW gets close to the half wall. Fires in early, 13 bullets, and position given away. Thankfully, Lekro is able to step out from his hobbit hole, take down bolts in response. Things better up. It goes back out toward the drop room. As Steel gets in and just on his flush is able to step out and help him in return. Got someone to rely on, a shoulder to lean on. KNG. Down from drop, tries to look toward the connector, but won't make any contact. Bomb is going in the hands of Lucas to join Henny. They want to try and put that on the A site, but they'll have a tough time doing so with Flusha already in position. That they don't go up the close side jump. KNG doesn't make it far enough. Gold better. One step, one fractional margin as Crims. Henny tap with the UMP, won't be able to get Lucas cleanly.
Tap Taparoo. A final for Immortals. I don't think. The 1D out there, but damage. He goes down. Points of health. He does get one. Dropped. Was the full investment there from Immortals. A chance for Fnatic to get on double digits now and get back into this game. I have to say, due to a lot of difficult round against Pistol there. Grand final at a major. Wouldn't have got there with this.
Absolutely.
Very sloppy Counter-Strike right now. They're known to be one of the best cobble teams on a day. Good day for them, but this is not what I've come to expect. Surely still have the lead, but it's disappearing quite rapidly.
Made in after the Molotov was thrown. That means get through. Back off long B already. Bomb is inside of the B tunnels. Apartments, as you put it.
Yeah, apartments.
How much is rent?
It's not cheap.
I imagine. I'm in a castle that
Yeah.
is clearly a tourist attraction. Signs everywhere.
Mortals with Glocks and a PT-50. No armor, no nades. Very difficult to imagine a world where they could find maybe frag here. Over Immortals. Oh, lost bonus will be a third after this was. They're about 2K there right now. $400 next. So we're going to bring out the AWPs. And there's JW.
JW, that is incredible that he hits all four. First two, okay, fair enough. The others, quite impressive with the shotgun.
Wow.
It's gone now, though.
Nice.
As soon as you mentioned it.
Back to business. Have a look. I didn't see that coming.
Bang. Bang. Okay, those two, fair enough.
But
I know, but these two with them that close was quite nice. I would have thought he would have gone down at that point.
here we go then.
Let me get my vocal. That's all I ask.
Well, you're done after this. So,
listen, get launch. Not what I ask for. Lucas tagged and then down to the flames. Exactly the best way to start a round.
No, that wasn't ideal. That just seemed a bit of a mess. Just by yourself, might have had a decent spawn, but ran through the fire. Missed the shot, 5 and 4. Fnatic are loving that prospect. He's doing max 7, golden on the UMP. Allow things to calm down a little bit and maybe recover that on an AK. Flush has been boosted up on the A side of the map. There it is. You ever seen this boost come into fashion a little bit?
Yeah, it's back.
Yeah. Normally good for like one frag, but it is free fire. Like, so if he does face on his. But
Waits, flash, blind, check, Steel takes him down.
that's why it went out. Favor, really. Everyone checks it and flashes it. So.
Yeah, I don't know why it's back. It's not like there's anything in the meta that's changed to make it work, unless you had someone else to be positioned slightly better to be more cautious of the opening. That's not good from KNG either, though. He'll take down Steel. That'll help. Fnatic's efforts, Crimson Golden now close the gap to 1. 12-11. They come back from a 10-5 half. 2 or 4 only, if you do the math. Out. 2 rounds only for a more half.
Indeed. That was from the third round force fight and the following round after that. Since then, it's been 4 rounds in a row for Fnatic. They close the gap to just 1 here. Have a partial buy for the Brazilian side. They'll have armor, smoke grenades, flashbangs, CZs. More than that, Fnatic now starting to get established, man. They've got like, I'd say on average about 6k per player right now, so they can afford to even lose a couple of rounds here, and if they lose this one, probably won't sync up against.
Like Crow waits. Magic and he's not spotted him as well because the second flash caught him as soon as he went back for the repeak. JW, desperate to fire in through the smoke. Has Lekro get 2 instead, 1 off the back of his damage. And what the bomb plant, Henny, by killing Golden will allow for that to happen as well. So money in the wallets for the next round, but... And Lekro close it out. Got the 12-12 tie game. Remember that time I said it wouldn't be fair if we did predictions, Henry?
Sure.
Why this is happening.
It was looking very promising for us, but Fnatic are definitely back in this one. As we'll see, a pause come through for the Immortals side. They've let some very silly rounds go against them, mainly against pistols. Go over-aggressive and overzealous and find themselves dropping frags one by one. That's the most annoying thing about those aggressive players. I don't mind aggressive players for sure, but have some logic behind them. If you're going to go aggressive, at least have 2 players who can go in tandem towards certain choke points. If anyone goes down, there's an instant refrag there. Okay, they put this goodbye. He didn't calculate this properly. We can pull back. We just have one guy rushing middle and getting taken down and giving a weapon away. That's actually just bad CS. But Fnatic are loving it. 12-12, right back into it. JW on the AWP as well for the first time. Double up on the T side of Cobble. Now, that's unorthodox. Cobblestone single orb side is different. Substantially, but double orb? All right. Judge until I really see what.
Yeah, exactly, Hank. Cut that judgment out.
Fine.
Oh, what is that from Crims through the smoke? Lucas echo-located and taken down brilliantly.
Crims smoke as well. Brave battle to take with the AK-47 knowing the other side, but Lucas dropped through the smoke. Back. I did say come into this. Crims has looked like stellar form right now. Resurgence, if you wild though. But this week, at least in Pro League, looks very good indeed.
Getting down below with front. Find an angle on the M4. W get. So it's now 5 versus 3, even though JW's tagged to 15. Out in front of KNG as well. Unfortunately, Crims gets caught well out of position. Time for us to snap over back on Henny because he had him dead in the sights.
That's try. Yeah, but Flusher back at the bomb site, AK-47 in hand, time ticking away. This will be their final play. The backtracks as well with the first shot. Well, takes the bomber down, and now time ticking away. Surely Immortals can't do anything with it.
Stables far. Like catch Henny's position as he gets closer and closer. KNG's just going to join him. AWP up close. KNG's got the one. It's a double up take on T side. Not quite flashed fast enough as Flush is able to get the shot on the AK. And they know exactly where KNG is with a second left. Kill him after the time as well. And he's going to have huge problems. But he wins the fight, at least in that sense. And gets the AWP back as well.
Yeah, so that's fine. Fnatic would have loved to have taken him down then. That would have put on the throw Counter-Strike and also have no money to work with there. But he gets 3 kills, $900, and the AWP as well. So he can invest in his smoke and flashbang. Pretty decent. 13-12 though. Fnatic take the lead for the first time. That round got a lot. They still have 2 players at 8k after the reinvestment. Back to the AWP. Be the last round that Immortals buy into this. Not a maximum loss bonus, of course, but definitely thin. Right now. But any likely to push any further. That's pretty much why. Got a flashbang, that's ballsy.
Up for Crims. Quite able to get the angle he's looking for as Golden gets in behind the wall faster than he can fire, but a flash over, well timed. Not only does he get the kill on entry on Golden, spots for bolts that Crims is on the tree, and down he goes as his teammate takes the advantage of the information. Set up into Lekro as well as Flusha wants closer, much closer. In fact, short throw nade to find Lucas, can't find it, looks over top of it. Bolts is able to get the shot instead, so Immortals back. I'm gonna go 13-13.
Some round there from Immortals. JW almost bring himself up the upper platform there. To me, that made a lot of sense. Yeah, the orb, sure, I'm on board with it, but M4 smokes off towards the right-hand side there, towards the T entrance, but magnitude of flashbangs to come through and hopefully overone the side, but they were pushed up ready and waiting for a very KNG. Now, still enough money to buy, bring up the orb for JW, but Flasher down to the UMP. Again, Crim damage.
Just to note as well, the frag distribution very close on Fnatic, so they are playing a structured team game. KNG has almost double anyone on his team and kills 28. The next closest is Henny on 16. So he is, by far and away, a massive addition to this team. I mean, again, we talked about group stages, especially at the major. He was incredible.
Well, at the major, some questionable decisions to keep Henny on the main orb. That when KNG was finding so many frags, but regardless, it's Lucas to find this opener as Crims goes down. Lovely shot there with the AK-47, jumping around the corner. Up to Flusher to defend, but looks like Immortals want to kill each other here as he finds another kill here. 3 on 3 still. A little bit problematic now for the Brazilian side. This is a round in of the game.
Second time they've had a team kill entering onto the A side as well.
Yeah.
Last time Fnatic went on and went out the round, it looked like a round they probably were. But anyway, this time it could be more problematic than that. They pulled it back. Henny makes up for his kill on his teammate by getting one on JW. It leaves just Lekro remaining. M4 to work with as he wants to try being the operative word. Peek out toward long. Well, he knows that there's one player at the bottom of mid, so a smoke instead. Bomb plant safely, wide as well. They can see that from the half wall at the top of middle if they go that direction. Lekro, good spray. Catches off bolts after going for the initial exchange onto Henny, who he baits out of the second try. He's got this down to just one player remaining, quite remarkably as well. The first shot, the kill on the second player was not suspecting the peak, was the key one, but KNG and the AWP positioned well.
29 frag, 1v1 situation goes in favor of Immortals there. Lekro, key kills there, but had no kit to work with. We have the time to outsmart KNG in the clutch situation, but lovely there. From Henny and co. Through the smoke, of course, why not? It has to be the force buy map. CT's going all in. EZs, 5-7s, Deagles. Golden on the shotgun here. Fully, this match point presumably ended the game as well. Lost bonus be a third stage here, but as we've said throughout this game so far, Immortals have been very sloppy against the pistols and losing frags without any sort of refrag potential whatsoever. That's been the most frustrating thing about watching this game.
Land and then burn themselves out. Back the pistol so close as they clawed back again from that 10-5 half. Take the lead, but for only just one round. Waits at Hobbit Hole.
No kits once again. No utility on incendiary, but of course, we know to kill each other in these situations. Trying to find the first frag here. There it is, Lucas. Guines in with 2. Still, it should be the round almost certainly in favor of Immortals. Now this kill will solidify it, but all of a sudden it goes wrong. What's just happened? 4 kills for Fnatic out of nowhere. It's up to KNG. Those are the first 3 kills for Immortals. How has it fallen apart like that?
That quickly as well. 2 kills for both Flusha and Crims. I was 100% on board with the idea that the round was done. They cleared 3 swiftly on entry.
Again.
And a small crossfire pulls the round away. Fnatic.
God.
Always been good with eco rounds in the past, but that one, I don't even know where those kills came from that quickly.
You get the first 3 kills on the B bomb site, and I'm just saying, oh, I was just kind of being trivial at that point. I was just like, oh, to get the last one, that was solidified, but how is this happening?
That range
Okay,
as
that's
well.
sick.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
Okay, that is...
Because, yeah, I was like on minimap, they weren't even that close to the site.
Yeah, I couldn't work it out. There you go, we saw it. And now the force buy for Immortals, that's so frustrating. It's the pistols once again that eludes them. Round number 29, we're going the distance here. Can Immortals give Fnatic the treatment they just received? So it makes it danger. Gone past Crim. Well, KNG finds an open flush up. Crims probably didn't get that call. Look at his position right now. Gets the frag back there. Bit of confusion setting in. 4 on 4, make it 3 as Golden takes down KNG.
Golden Trying to do what he can as he swaps back over. Lekro's got the shot on Steel instead. I said they had their lead only for one round. Well, they might find a second one at an all-important map point if they do so. Down to 2 versus 2, though. As soon as we talk, it changes. Bolts is able to find the most recent of kills. 17 and 37, so those nades. And now the Molotov's doing substantial damage that pulls Lekro into the open as Bolts is able to follow up. W on the op.
What of the bomb? Right in front of him.
Go for the wall shot. Good. If he knew. They pick it up. Oh, misses.
What?
That may cost him the round. That shot may be enough to be done for. He's going to go aggressive, grabs an AK instead. He's in the sight as they flash above him. He'll bounce the incendiary back toward them instead. Exactly where he is. He's going to try and shuffle his position once more, having already spotted from the APC, but Bolts holds on, and so too to Immortals to the lead. Map point for them first.
They're up against the Pistols once again.
Yeah.
That's their kryptonite. Can't seem to handle the CZ and the Deagles. Happy with that, and Bold. Fenders work there towards middle, taking down 2 of that AK-47. Also up towards the balcony. Well, final frag. It seemed like JW had a chance there. Great movement. Changes up, drop HP. Couldn't find it. It's match point for Immortals. Looks like we were right all along.
Well, stop. Okay, like let's just drop that for a second. That whole notion of this being over.
Yeah, you're right. CZs, they're out. They're about.
Boot in a boot, actually, is how you'd say that.
Sorry.
All right. Right.
One smoke, one flashbang, one kip. That's it. Immortals seem to be struggling with these rounds, and once again, it's the Deagle that strikes first. 5 and 4. Smokes come in. The final commitment towards B, and I like this right-click smoke from JW. Buys him some time in the corner here. Surely they check it, but a good chance they don't. He could find an easy kill here. Comes round, but he has been spotted. Gets the dink in though.
Bad. JW down. Low enough HP onto him though, but can't get the shot as Lekro as he falls. Flusha manages one in the meantime. Remember, he was the protagonist of the last pistol, but it's down to the last man. Flusha AK as he swaps it back over. Feels low enough. Down he goes quickly at that. Straight through the smoke. If he finds KNG, this could still be on.
Stop facing him.
But he can't quite go that far. You're right. It's an AWP, however, and it's Immortals with victory, 16-14. Only just, and I have to say, on the back of KNG.
I would say that's quite a hollow victory for Immortals. I wouldn't be that happy with that one. He lost about 3 or 4 rounds to just pistols there. Fnatic had some decent rounds themselves, but generally speaking, a little bit too late into that. They seemed like they didn't really arrive into the very closing sector of the first half. They were getting a bit overwhelmed with that double AWP setup. KNG dropping like 33 kills in total. He looked very good.
32, I think.
32, was it? Yeah. Well, I don't think Immortals would have quite made that with that sort of stellar performance from him. Quite lucky he turned up in spades today. But Fnatic, one of the best campaigns.
The one thing I will say, hollow victory or not, it's back to the GSL format. It puts them into the upper bracket, which is actually more substantial, I think, in some ways, than winning that first game in GSL than it is in the Swiss, because in the Swiss, it's all equal and it's all best of ones. This actually puts them in a position where they don't have to play another best of one for an important match. Elimination at that point, right?
Yeah.
So I think that you can actually get away with hollow victories in the group of a GSL.
No, absolutely you can. It's obviously beneficial being in the upper bracket, but it's just the way they won the game.
I definitely get where you're going with it.
You wouldn't be super hyped that one. You wouldn't be like, yes, come on, lads, we did it. It's just like just about squeaked that one. But Fnatic were hardly playing amazing CS themselves.
That's drawing book. That's worth sitting down and reviewing. Kind of interesting. I sit there. No, it's still got Moire. Okay.
Well, thank you so much for that.
That's where my mind is these days.
You do have an interview ready with Steels this.
Henry, congratulations, Steel. It turned very, very 16, but first half was really strong from you guys. So what happened in that second half?
After we lost some, and yeah, we need that are like playing
Against this new Fnatic that's playing. Old Fnatic that you, or were you just focused on?
To be honest, like I didn't stay them. Was the only match I played. Let's lose.
Now I want to touch on that happened. There was news about dissatisfaction about some players in the roster. That's something you talk about an experience?
I mean, Immortals tried to bring like a did not agree. Soccer and they has like 6 players. People are gonna get.
Now, headed into this event, I know that sometimes drama like that can sort of mess up the team dynamic. How is the dynamic? Are you guys able to off and move?
Yeah, nothing we're moving for. We are so happy to be.
Sounds great. And last question for you. Up next, French teams. It'll be G2 or Envy. So, what are your thoughts there?
I mean, I think favorite, but I think it can be anything is gonna be so.
Congratulations, and best of luck in that next match. Machine, back to you.
Thank you so much, Sue. Yes, getting to hear from Steve, one of my favorites. Usually gives us a lot of insight and unfiltered look. It was too damn close for Immortals and Fnatic. Barn burner, back and forth. Felt like Fnatic was going all the way to the end there, Yanko. You had belief, you had faith.
Had belief. Meant to be Alex. Interesting is that still doesn't sound as happy. I don't know if just this game or maybe the atmosphere in the. But I agree with Henry and Matt made. Yes, they did win the game, but not pretty by any stretch.
The king of the castle, coupled Fnatic on cobblestone.
He really was a fantastic KNG.
So proud of yourself.
That was nice. Yeah, I'll give him that one.
Thank you.
Yeah,
just as if you're waiting for an applause from the rest of us.
I was waiting. It didn't come, but he was a menace on that first half, right? He didn't let Fnatic get into the position they needed to establish the map control and do their executes from there. He was roaming around with the AWP like we talked about on the desk, getting a lot of frags. He was carrying his team, in both halves, really. Even when we switched over the T side, he was the man entry fragging with the AKs, opening up bomb sites, getting a lot of work done. A monster.
He is a monster. Now, Jacob, actually, all eyes on you. You predicted this.
He's the only one.
You said Immortals were going to be taking this one. You also pointed to the double orbs. We even got to see them on T side going double orbs. Not so sure about that one.
Yeah, and we even got to see like the first T2 one. They invested in the double up and it paid off right away. And especially because of KNJ, as Chet just said, like he was running around, he was pretty much everywhere. And that's how it felt playing Immortals half a year ago when it was Penny running around with it. Like both of them have the capability of like being annoying as hell to play against. And that's how it is, and especially for Fnatic lineup, who, as we spoke about as well, like it's new for them. Golden is a new guy. He had played on the academy team, but still get to throw himself on this level. So playing against a guy like KNG who shows up like this, that's a hard task for him.
What I love is that because you've recently been playing the desk, instead of describing it as like really proficient, he's really talented, you're still in the player's mindset. You go, he's really annoying. He's just, he was annoying. He was irritating because you're still in that server, Jacob. Still in that server. And we did get to see, indeed, KNG. And I think a lot of people are going to be kind of wanting to know the story behind KNG, and it doesn't seem that many can provide. I mean, Chad, this guy kind of, he was in Europe before. Halva was educating me. Apparently, he had a little foray into Europe, but pulled out of nowhere, and now rocking it for Immortal.
Yeah, it seems crazy that he's just come from nowhere, and now he's carrying Immortal, and they were second at the major, right?
How many KNGs are there out there?
Oh, maybe we got to head down to Brazil so we can find.
Yeah, we'll go shopping. Yanko, what are you thinking then in terms of that linchpin to success? Is it really going to be all eyes on KNG in this, or just wiping the sweat from their brow?
I think for them, there's still a team that needs those step up for them to have a good tournament. I think the game they had at the major against Outlier, I don't think that's a way for. I don't think yet they're at that point. Games consistently by simply outmatching their opponents strategically. Going to be up to KNG, Henny obviously players with the AWPs, but then also Lucas in the entry fragger role, right? I am not very confident they're going to have a deep this turn, but maybe.
Same question.
I was just going to say that Fnatic had a really rough time on there. I mean, sorry, Immortals had a really rough time against Fnatic on mobiles. That was something that you don't normally expect when the team's running over them, right? You should have just carried through, but round after round where Fnatic just were able to look super competitive, maybe more so when they had the full buys. So
stupid, like those 2 kills that Flusha get long range.
It's Flusha.
How is that even a thing? And he's always been that disgustingly.
I have a Flusha sticker on my. But with Flusha and his proficiency with side, I think that Fnatic is still a question to be had. Malmo, you've got one best of one ahead of it before forced to watch from the crowd. This is a big one for them. Admittedly, they've accepted that this isn't going to be lifting a trophy kind of territory. Big roster Dennis, but I mean Jacob, they're one away from being eliminated. Surely there is still pressure present. These are players who are no stranger to the grand stage, and they're one away from losing.
Yeah, definitely, and like there's pressure on. Nobody want to go out as the tournament, despite of the fact that like Fnatic are here to learn and get to glue together. But still think we saw some positives. I think Immortals actually, but like especially the anti-eco rounds, that's something been like Fnatic have been known of. Turning around the rounds, when it looks worse. And they did that more than once against. Obviously, Immortals didn't play them well. There was horrible play by Immortals in some of those rounds, but it still showed that Fnatic have some of the same identity they had a year ago. Added on with the more structured team play. It can turn out to something. Have to see, right? But sure, Fnatic will be disappointed if they end up going out now.
But it is just one best of one at the end of the day. Shrug it off, and we seeing more Fnatic. Well, in fact, we get to see more Swedes after our break. We've got a lot for you guys to look. Throw in the punches, keep the Counter-Strike coming for our first here at DreamHack Master. In fact, up next, after the break, you get to see none other than the Ninjas in Pajamas take on FaZe, and it is FaZe. They've been playing online, sure, we've seen a whole lot of them online, but it's time to see what they can do offline. Mouse and keyboard in their hands, and we'll be right back to show you how NIP FaZe shapes.
Com poderoso, os pais Cabramar encontram proteção contra o óleo e o mau cheiro para me tornar um homem legal e assim romper as barreiras entre o e o animal. Ok, nem tão legendário, mas desodorante ou pais Cabramar. Olha então!
Crie um site incrível como num passe de mágica. Como criador de sites, HostGator, de temas para empreendedores, tablets e celulares. É super fácil de usar. Arraste e personalize. Como projeto do papel. Sua loja. E você ainda leva grátis ferramentas ou hospedagem 4 horas. Parece mágica, mas é HostGator. Contrate agora com até 5% de...
Vai, aqui é o meu... Álcool ou gasolina? Álcool ou gasolina? Como eu tenho... Não acaba nunca. Álcool ou gasolina? Se você... Acesse para ponto... Álcool ou gasolina? Não para, não para, não para.
Mas eu gosto de ver. Se pudesse me dar uma coisa, eu ia almoçar todo dia com meus pais.
Não precisa muito para viver momentos deliciosos no McDonald's. Todos os dias, um clássico por apenas R$8.
On live event. This stresses event logistics on top of managing the production. Nice to have a professional platform. Oh wait, now that exists. It's Vimeo Live. High quality live stream. Capture your crystal clear video, and you choose exactly where, how. With live chat that feels like marketing tool right into the very. Once your events end, they live on in quality. Collaborate and use all the other Vimeo that your live event can spark a conversation, keep you connected, share knowledge, spread some passion. Hallelujah. Vimeo Live, professional live stream for your next event.
For testimony. So transparent. See the time. To come. Video. Settings. See that. Think. Center. Slicing. Customize. Step by step. Let's get see a 6 solar. Is there a need? Feeling you. Startup. Doesn't matter. Using one. C pen. Seat. Side dish. It's install. Time. It's already. Scanners. It's a lot. It's really So first name. See, scroll down. So now we have it's all 6. It's as you can. It's 1. Select it. serve. Show you. But it says still this actually I submenu. See it. Sub. Same goes. Services. Says save the seeing the section. Stands. With it. Your second friend. It's one. See about saving. Millisecond. Sim. See, it's over here. CSS Take a look. Some jet. It's one. Same one. Same goes. This is all. Something. To the it's up to you. Save it. Heather. Center. See, Same. Secondary. Search. Save it. saves. Say. So also can't. Say Say. Say enter. It's important. Save it. Section. See. See. Enter. Self. So fell. See.